When we're looking at the health and the fitness of Americans over 40, the state of affairs is really, really poor. And I know I don't need to tell you that, but something like 50% of everyone over the age of 40 is now considered either overweight or obese. And something like 40% of those people are pre-diabetic or diabetic. It's crazy just how our health has declined over the years. And I want to share something with you that has kept me really, really healthy for most of my adult life. I'm 49 years old now, and I have enjoyed a disease-free, healthy, high-performance body for more years than I can even remember. Many, many, many years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, and that was kind of my turning point. It was where I made a decision that I wanted to be healthy, and it's been working really, really well for me for almost 20 years now. So I want to share with you in this video 3 things that I think have made a world of difference for me compared to what most other people are doing. And I'm even going to compare myself to some other people who exercise a lot and even eat pretty healthy. But the thing I'm seeing is even people who are exercising a lot and eating fairly healthy, they're not even doing so well. So what has kept me so lean and so healthy and so high performance that I'm able to do a lot of things that most people my age are really unable to do? So number 1 is I obsess about the cleanliness of the water that I drink. And I don't just mean bacteria, because a lot of people are concerned with the bacteria, which they should be, that makes sense. But I'm focused more on drinking water that is not chlorinated and not fluoridated. Now, whatever your beliefs might be on those things, I opted out of drinking tap water many years ago. It's probably been 15, 20 years now. And I've only drank water either from a glass bottle or I drink water that comes from a reverse osmosis system. Now, with a reverse osmosis system, one thing that you have to be a little bit careful with is making sure that you remineralize the water, because most RO systems will take away most of the minerals. And when you drink water, you should be consuming some minerals. So you can buy some mineral drops to remineralize that water. But I think that has had a profound effect on the health of my body. By not consuming traditional tap water that's full of fluoride and chlorine, I think that's made a big difference. I don't have proof for that, but that is something that I've been doing for many, many years. So there's likely something there. Okay. Number 2 is the quality of the food that I eat. So there are different levels of quality. Number 1, for me, quality is just eating real foods, but I take it to another level. I take it to a level where I actually found a farmer that raises food in a way that I think is the right way to raise food. So if you go to the farm from the farmer that I get my meat from, you can see that the cattle are out grazing, the pigs are out in the fields, and the chickens are roaming freely. It's a very different kind of farm than what you might find in a conventional farm. Now, I don't need to tell you the differences here so much, because we can all imagine kind of all the cattle just piled into this one thing, being fed all kinds of terrible food and antibiotics and everything else. So there is a big difference here. But I think if you're really serious about your health, first thing is just start eating real food. Eliminate a lot of the processed refined stuff. But again, the next step would be to go out and find a farmer. And nowadays you can even go online. So if you're not near a farmer, you can go online and you can source some of this stuff. You are going to pay more, but in my mind, it's 100% worth it. And when you have a farmer that delivers you the highest quality meat, the highest quality vegetables, and I eat fruits when they're in season, it's a game changer. And this is, again, something that I've been doing for many, many years. So we've got 2 things now. We've got drinking clean water, right? Avoiding all the chemicals, avoiding tap water. Number 2, eating foods that are sourced from a local farmer. Again, a lot of it is just eliminating a lot of the chemicals and some of the things that go into traditional types of food. Okay, so number 3 is fasting. I have been doing some form of intermittent fasting for so many years. I generally don't eat breakfast. I'll eat lunch, I'll eat dinner. Sometimes I'll eat a little bit later at night, but for the most part, there is a relatively small window that I eat my calories in. And I don't concern myself with the number of calories, but I know I don't eat very much. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Number 1 is I eat high quality food. When you eat high quality food, there's less of a tendency to overeat. But then I kind of force myself and have trained myself to only eat in a certain window. I don't feel like I need to get up and eat breakfast. And if you're not used to doing something like that, it's probably going to take you a little bit of time to adjust to that. But once you do adjust to it, I promise you, it's just another one of those things that's kind of a game changer. It forces your body to be able to run on both fat for energy and also to run on carbohydrates. Both of those fuels should be utilized by the system very easily. But if you never force your body to get into kind of fat burning mode, then you just get sort of reliant on carbohydrates and your body will crave it 24 hours a day. So here are your 3 things just to kind of sum this all up. Number 1, always drink clean water. Avoid all the chemicals as much as you can. Number 2, find a farmer and eat really high quality foods. And again, this is sort of just another way to eliminate a lot of the chemicals, the pesticides, the herbicides, all that kind of stuff, antibiotics, you name it. There's so many different things going on in conventional farming. So opt out of that. Find yourself a farmer. And then thirdly, do some form of fasting. And everybody is going to be a little bit different there. There's not just one set in stone kind of protocol for everyone, but generally I don't start eating until noon, and usually I'll stop somewhere around 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So implement those 3 things into your life, and I promise you, if you do those things for a year, your health and the way that you feel will dramatically change, dramatically. So give it a shot and let me know in a year from now, how do you feel?